Hey, Phoenix is rising. Coach T here. I understand why people say I've been trying to record this for 5, 10, hours or whatever. This is the 10th time I've tried to do this because this is literally like I've been trying to do this multiple times, and each time I get going and I get on a flow because I'm on a audio program. I have an Adobe subscription, and so I'm doing using Adobe Audition to record the voiceover for the video. And for some reason, the voice I was on there for 10 minutes. It says 10 minutes and 5 seconds, and boy, it's not. It did not go. So, unfortunately, because it was going to be longer. So, unfortunately, it's gonna. I'm long because I'm detailed. And so I'm going to get into it. What I had said, remember, I started at about 8 something this morning. It's now 11 a.m. So I've been trying to get this out there. A lot of just trying to get a lot of material out here. But this is what I thought. This is what came into my mind today. Narcissist or cluster B personalities don't look like monsters in the flesh, but they feel like monsters in the spirit. So what we're feeling is not translating to what we're seeing. And I would dare say, from my personal experience, share with me in the comments if you've had that experience, where it almost seems like in the spirit, they're intensely demonic. It's that concentrated lower vibratory feeling. But in the flesh, they're radiating, they're glowing. And so what I know and what I teach is that with cluster B personalities, not only are they trying to take on your identity, but they're taking fragments and bits and pieces from everybody to formulate a character, a persona, right? So whenever they feel like they're about ready to be found out, or they're not fitting into something, right? They have a memory bank. Remember, they'll look at you like this. That's how they'll look at. That's that psychotic stare, the reptilian stare. That's the, sociopathic stare, because they're collecting data. They're collecting data. You ever have somebody say, "Oh, I'm not," they kind of brush you off. Like they'll tell you they'll say that I want to come towards you. I want you to, whatever. But when you get there, when you approach them, they're like, "Well, I don't want to like get to know you." They'll have a caveat. I just want to know certain things. That's somebody who's just collecting data. They have no care for you. They could be a cluster B personality. They may not be. Maybe that's just how they process. They take the data in first. Everybody has different learning styles, right? But with a cluster B personality, they have hooks and they will siphon out what the characteristics. So so they're collecting data so that they can become that persona. So when you're looking at them, they can switch, right? They switch up, whether they're conscious, and even whether you're conscious of it. But there is definitely a switch. Oh yeah, I know about that. Da 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 da. And they'll say something that's programmed that they heard from this other person that you don't know about, right? So that's why it kind of seems like they're not. It's not something that's wholesome and meld together. It's not authentic. It's a patchwork. It's a hodgepodge of all these different personalities and characteristics. But with us, they're literally trying to devour who we are, because if and to put on that persona as a suit rather than put it on as or take it as just, oh, here's this little tidbit, like an ingredient to make up this persona that I need to work from to get by in daily life and to get the kudos and whatnot or whatever, right? But remember, when these guys are empty vessels, and so they have egregores that they are allowing to be, in their bodies. They're, that's the cluster B umbrella. I call it the cocktail. You got a demonic cocktail. You've allowed yourself to become a flop house for parasitic entities, because you didn't heal. You didn't get over the bitterness. You sought revenge instead of vengeance because you didn't get healed. Revenge is when you're just in the midst of it and you're pissed off. Vengeance is when you know the who, what, when, where, why, and how, and you can go and seek restitution, right? Because you've already repaired yourself, so you don't need reparations, you need restitution, right? So anyway, so it's the reason, because they don't look like that, right? They're not going to look like a literal monster in front of everybody. Now, depending on if you're married to that person or if you've been in a common law or whatever for a long time, you can see it. And it's not that other people can't see it, but they don't want to deal with that because, like, you know, I wouldn't have wanted to deal with it either. It's not that I haven't come across such concentrated, unfiltered evil. It's that I was able to get away from it. When a cluster B targets you, you're not able to get away from it. I mean, even when you do get away from it, I have moved 4 or 5 times and I still have that same energy that follows me because my situation is it isn't the egregore. It is the egregore because of all these people doing witchcraft, all these people, you know, I mean, long story. If you want to hear it, let me know and I'll maybe do a live. But that's why they don't look like they act, right? Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So finally, I'm getting it out. Thank you. You guys, if you guys want to participate in a group, it's every Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and it's 90 minutes on a group meet, and we go over the Phoenix Awakening workbook in the first hour. We do introductions, Phoenix's Awakening workbook in the first hour. Second hour, we talk about, you know, maybe from the workbook, or we go over whatever is going on with us. I am a different kind of coach in that we talk about the supernatural, because what we've experienced is warfare, spiritual warfare that you see in all our favorite movies, our Harry Potters, our, you know, Exorcist movies, all of that stuff we have been through. And we are usually people who cannot talk about this without other people thinking that we're crazy, even though we dealt with the people who were actually crazy and in a psychosis. So I am holding that space. Right now I have a special on. So if you go to oracle.phoenixesrisingacademy.com, you can hook into that and we can get this community together. All right. So thank you. Bye. I love you.